Yo, what's up, my people? This is Mr. Fex. I would like to check on. It's been a while since we did some analysis on Euro USD. Last week was good. Last week was very nice. So when you check on this price, we can see, according to the market maker decision, the price resting above the FVP. The price resting above the FVP, and the sell side liquidity, the last one was here and was taken out, and the buy side liquidity again here was taken out. So the price is still resting above the FVP. This is a sign to tell us that the price is likely to push back to the FVP, push back to this low, all right, before just run into this sell side liquidity above here. So because you know the price will always collect liquidity, because when you look at this zone, this was the sell side, the liquidity was taken out, and this was the last buy side liquidity taken out. So the most present liquidity that is we can see here, can see this one, right? This sell side liquidity, and you can see also above it here. And remember, this is just the daily time frame. So once you're aware of this, that there's some liquidity above this one, and still the price is still resting above the FVP. So we are likely to push back to the FVP into a cheaper price, right below there, and you can push to the upside. So I'll want to see more confirmation on 4 hours. I want to see the price dropping on 4 hours. So now check here, this was the last workforce that was here, right? This is the last workforce. And if you follow the daily time frame, even to check according to smart money concept, according to daily time frame, let me just do something here, just a minute, guys. All right, so we can check on this structure according to daily time frame, the way price was moving. On daily time frame, we can see this was our last break of structure here. This was our last break of structure, boss, and this was the inducement here. Inducement was here. This was our low, our high. This is our low, our high. Then we have our change of character, right? This is a break of structure here. Break of structure there. This is our inducement. Inducement is here. Our inducement is there. Our IDM, then we got our change of character here, right? Once we got this change of character, chalk, then the price, this was a signal, like we could see the price trying to push on the lower side, our inducement. Then our decisional supply fail here, but the price gave us a breaking on this shadow here, right? Taps here, and the price started going down. So we can see from here, this is our major low here, right? This is our major low. And once we are aware that this is our major low here, we can look at this as our internal inducement here. Internal inducement is a low, is a high, there's a break of structure here, break of structure there, there's a boss, then our inducement has been taken out, swept, this inducement has been swept here. Once this inducement has been swept, my point of interest that I would have wished to get myself from is from this shadow here. This was the shadow that I would have wished. Yeah. All right, but the price has swept the inducement and it's dropping, and you can see even confirmation of our single candle order block here, right? COB. So right, this one is a sell. So once I know that the price going to drop to these lows here, and this definitely maybe to this main low here, we are likely to come here on daily time frame. So I want to check on at least 15 minutes to see a continuation on drop on this structure. So if I'm aware of that, because remember, we know that on high time frame, we are lying above value. The price is resting above value, so we might look for a sale. But again, this is a very sensitive zone that I'm aware. So I'll drop on 15 minutes, and I want to see what is happening on 15. When you drop on 15, we can see the price on 15, what is happening here. You can see from the sweep of liquidity here. Look at this side. You know, on this side, we still have that supply there. But since the price has started to move on the lower side, just want to confirm that we're still pushing to the downside. So what do we have here? We can see after inducement was taken out, the price kept moving to the downside. So the last inducement taken out there. IDM, This is a low, right? This is a low, this is a high. And the price broke the structure here, right? The downside, there's a break of structure there. So what happened here? There's something that I would like to, for me, before I buy or sell, I can see this was the last box was here, right? The last FVP was here. So definitely this was a good buy because the price actually went above it, and that was a very nice buy. Then I can see the price trying to push to the upside again. So this means that there was a sell side liquidity here, all right? For those who are selling. So allow me to save on time. I like using my software here to see these other things that I don't want to struggle to look at. Just a minute. Yeah, exactly. So you can see you already had this. I was just right, there was some stop loss here that were to be taken out, price collect all the stop loss, and all right, create a new box. So the moment it creates a new FVP, I always want to sell above the FVP. So above this FVP, price coming here. This was the last workforce is here. Let's see, where is it? Just a minute. The last workforce is here. We can see this is a very sensitive zone. I always like using those zones because the price does not like those areas. The moment I see them, those are my points of interest. Look at them. I want to put my order block there. Right, my box there, and the price stops there and runs to the downside. So this was the last sale here. Price goes to the downside, and we broke this structure. Remember, this is our low. This is our low, and you see when the price went above, left this what we call the buy side liquidity. Yeah, this line, you can see it very well. This is the buy side liquidity, price left there, and we know that the price must always break that low. Yeah, so we break on this low. This is a boss. Once we get that boss, this is our major high. Our major high is this one. Once you have that, was our new inducement. You can see the price created a new FVP again here. The book of business here, I call it the book of business, created here and went above it and sold, which was a very nice sell here because above it, you know that we always sell above it. And since we're there, just a minute, let's make something here. Now we can see after break of structure here, the price retraced back, took out this high there. There's just some liquidity there, swept the liquidity and kept dropping. So our new inducement was here. 15, this was our new inducement here. Now, this being the inducement, this was our low. This low, on this low, we can see where do we want to sell. We need a supply. So when you look at this zone, this was a supply that after this one is a decisional supply here. And we can see there's this one, the shadow here. This is where I would have wished to open my sell position. So I always want to check the price. Where do we want to sell? You can see the price came in and dropped in the lower side, just swept some liquidity and dropped in the lower side here. Break the structure there, boss, and this became our high here, right? This is our high. And below here again, you can see we have our inducement. This is our inducement there. Once we identify that inducement, this is our major low. Where is it? Our major low is here. This is a major low. So definitely, I know that this is a very good zone to look for a sell, but I'm not comfortable looking for a sell here because remember, this is the last push to the downside and the price just up there and has given a good reaction. All right. But look at this. This is our last FVP, definitely around this one. So if this was the last one, if I'm looking at this as my last FVP, what's happening here? This means that above this zone, there's some sell liquidity here, right? Some sell liquidity, stop loss levels on them that created this push to the downside. So this zone looks uncomfortable for me because above it, I can see there's a supply that was left just above it. So if I remove this box, you'll see something above it. Just above here, this supply. So I want to check where there's some liquidity, if there's some liquidity lying above this high, let's just see, just a minute. Yeah, so of course you can see by doing so, sorry, my chat is now dirty, a little bit noisy, but if I delete everything just to save on space and everything so that we can have a clear chart, we can see this is the last place everyone is looking for a sale here, right? Everybody's looking for a sale here. And the price has given a good reaction on this particular area. But the problem for me that makes me uncomfortable to sell on this particular area, look at this. This is a good supply here, but there's some liquidity above it. The last sell zone again here, some liquidity are above this zone. So this zone looks for me like not a good zone, but I want to use this previous FVP line, all right? I want to use this FVP line, the last one here, as my point of confirmation to look for a sell. So for me, I want to sell above this zone, yeah? If the price give me an opportunity, rise to this high, I want to go down with it. It's a good sell, but around this zone for me, I'm really not comfortable. And since just Monday, if I miss it, well and good, but for more confirmation, I want to see this liquidity is being taken out. Otherwise, guys, for me, I want to look for a sell at least around the zone, right? And look for a sell there. So once I get a sell above these two zones, this will be a good setup for me. And this is Euro USD 15 minutes. The same thing is happening on 1 hour time frame. Even if I change to 1 hour time frame, we can see when you change on 1 hour time frame, we still got that liquidity existing on this one. And look at this. Just above it, we can see a good supply. You see, there's a very nice supply above this one. Very nice supply here. So for me, I want to sell on this supply than just to sell on this immediate supply here. This makes me uncomfortable to look for a sell here, but still this sell can hold because we still have our AVP here, can hold here. But at least I want to see the price push a little bit higher than this one, then I want to sell there. Otherwise, guys, have a good week.